I'd like to give you some impressions of McClelland's Townsmen Cavendish Black while enjoying a pipe. Howdy, y'all. Virginia Piper here. Through the generosity of Maui, a friend and fellow pipe smoker, I've been blessed with the opportunity to sample a number of McClelland pipe tobacco blends, and I've shared my impressions of them on this channel. I'm also particularly blessed because these blends are hard to come by nowadays. Now, I'm primarily a lane 1Q guy, and I don't branch out often because artisan pipe tobaccos aren't cheap, especially when it comes to enjoying them on a regular basis. So consequently, I never imagined I'd be doing pipe tobacco reviews when I first started this channel. But my pipe tobacco world has been expanding over time as I've received samples from pipes and cigars and viewers like you. Good grief, I'm sounding a lot like PBS. Maui sent me 4 tins of some great pipe tobaccos, along with this bag of McClelland Townsmen Cavendish Black. I recorded this first impressions video a little bit over a week ago. Okay, so let's have a look at Townsmen Cavendish Black from the McClellaland Pipe Tobacco Company. Well, this is not a tin, obviously. It's a bag. Pretty cool looking one, too. We see here, pretty much an old style type guy. Almost kind of reminds me of sort of an, I guess maybe an elf almost. I don't think that's quite what they were going for. But I still kind of like, again, that really old school type look. It says here, it is the finest burley Maryland and Virginia tobaccos, and then brandy in parentheses. So I'm assuming this has some sort of brandy topping. The other surprise that I had here was Maryland tobaccos. I guess I'm not too surprised that, at least at some point in their history, they cultivated the product. But I'm going to tell you, up until now, I never even thought of Maryland tobaccos. Virginia? Yeah, sure. So anyway, those were some comments right there on that. We're going to open this. In fact, actually, about that. And this one's going to be a little bit of a challenge because the pipe tobacco is in there kind of deep. Rather than the tin note, I guess we're going to have the bag note. And this is very interesting. I think I am picking up a little bit on that brandy. My first impression when sniffing this was, believe it or not, butter popcorn, but nothing really strong. It was just something that kind of hit me there. But now I'm not quite getting that. It's more of that sweetness, a little bit of fruitiness, I suppose. So, no figure. Now, as far as the consistency, so I reach down in here, it feels pretty good. We can take a look at what we have here. And so, just these nice, again, black and brown strands. Fairly typical of McClellaland pipe tobaccos that I have reviewed thus far. Hey, check it out. This pipe is now packed. Happened real fast due to the magic of video editing. So you wouldn't have to sit around and wait for me to do that. And now it's time to try this out. And as usual, with these new blends, I am genuinely curious. Oh, here we go. even as I was lighting this, a number of different flavors started coming out. I got definitely a note of the brandy, some sweetness. And that really seems to be kind of an ever-present flavor. Certainly intermingled with the pipe tobacco. Can't say that I noticed the difference with a Maryland tobacco in there. But there's something also slightly unfamiliar about just the blends together. So maybe there is something there. Now there it is. There's a note of vanilla. Not too bad. This is probably the most intriguing of the McClellaland blends that I've tried so far. And I think I like it. And a few days later, I came back to the blend and recorded this second impressions video. And so on to another impressions video of McClellaland's Townsmen Cavendish Black. So anyway, I started loading pipe ahead of time for this video. And again, while I just reached into this package and took a whiff, all I could think about was popcorn, which is bizarre because I know the first time that I smoked this pipe tobacco, tasted anything but popcorn. Now again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I kind of like popcorn and there's just something pretty cool about it. But that said, if I take a little bit of a deeper whiff, I can again pick up some sweet notes. Kind of something a little bit fruity. Overall, again, just very, very enjoyable. The only complaint that I have, and it's a really minor one, is it's kind of hard to extract pipe tobacco from here. This opening's a little bit small, the bag's a bit long. Of course, this is remedied by proper drawing, I would suppose. You know, not the worst problem in the world to have at all. But that said, you know, this even has like resealable tape. So it's kind of meant to be reused. But like I said, no big deal. So we're now going to come to the point of lighting it. There we go. Quite nice. Just picked up a bit of nuttiness. Which could very well be a little bit of burley. And then some sweet notes as well. Mm. A little bit of that brandy taste. Not as strong as the first time, but a bit more pronounced than in a little bit more pronounced flavoring than in the other McClelland blends that I've reviewed so far. Really picking up that brandy now. Not bad. So yeah, definitely this has a much more pronounced flavor than the other McClelland blends. I like it a lot. And probably for that reason, this would be my favorite among the ones that I've tried. So there you go. I want to thank Maui again for sending these awesome pipe tobaccos. Like I said, they're hard to come by. And if it weren't for him, I never would have had the opportunity to enjoy these treasures. Have a great one, y'all.